Check. Here we go, man. More music, more radio. Yours truly, DJ TRKKAY. They call me Mr. Bomb Radio. You know it's Monday, Motivation Monday, and we got your motivation right here on More Music, More Radio. You know it's time to tune in to the full 180. I'll get down. Raw, practical conversations, relationships, self-care, whatever you going through, we like to bring it all together and have the conversation with the whole crew. And let's get our perspective on it. Man, don't forget, December the 11th, it's right around the corner. It's going down right here at 211 Hervé from 9 until 1. It's the Ugly Sweater Party, hosted by none other than the full 180 cast, YBE, and More Music on Radio, man. We want you to come out. It is a 2-can good admission or a $5 donation, man. We're going to have food. We're going to have live music. We want you to come out and meet and greet the cast, man. Come hang out with us, man. We're going to have a good time. Bring your business cards. If you're a business, please bring your business card. We want to talk to you maybe about doing some sponsorship on the show. Maybe we do a live show at your business. You know, whatever comes to mind. We have ideas to do a whole bunch of other things. So we want you to be here from 9 to 1, Hervé, 211 North Hervé. I always get corrected about that. Right here, More Music, More Radio. Come check out the studio. Come check out the full cast. On the ones and twos is none other than my big brother, Mr. DJ Legend, in the building. That's how he's rocking box all night long. But I ain't even further ado, man. I want to waste no time with this. We're going to get into it. Let me get to the crew. Can't do it without the family in the building. And there you go. You see him from my right. It's none other but Dr. B. Right behind her is none other than KC Estelle, the irrational thinker, a.k.a. Treats, not Tricks. And of course, not last and definitely not least, L Boogie. What's up, fam? What's going on? How was the Monday? How was the holiday?
It was great.
Okay. Now, if you see someone to my far right, that is one of our special guests. She's on from 6 to 8 with my man Malik right here on More Music, More Radio. She go by the name as Kim. So we thank you sitting here with us today, ma'am. All right. You got your mic. All right, cool. All right, so let's get into it. First topic. Is marriage necessary? You know, I'm just wondering, do we just fornicate forever? Or is marriage truly necessary? Or do we need to come together and consummate the marriage as husband and wife? Or can we just be common law forever? Is it necessary?
I don't think going to do the go down to the courthouse and file and all those paperwork is absolutely necessary. Because I'm just saying, back in the day, they literally jumped over the broom and lived their life as a commitment, and they were married. They changed names and all that stuff. They didn't go down to any courthouse, especially in slavery times and, you know, some indigenous countries. They didn't go down to nobody's courthouse and declare they were married. They made a commitment. They vowed to be together. So
I believe marriage is necessary for family. God created it for sure. So, I mean, if you don't want a family and then you like being single, then be single. But if you want to be a family, if you want to have one, because of the institution of it God created, then marriage is necessary.
But do you have to go to the courthouse and make that?
Paper.
Can you just go? Can you make a commitment between your person and before God and pray about it and all that stuff? Is the courthouse paperwork filing necessary?
It's necessary because it's lawful.
It's lawful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for this day and time, you gotta have it. Because if bro pass, I'm gonna need my phone.
Hello.
I mean, it's common-law marriage too.
Security
I'm gonna need my social security. I'm gonna need his car. I'm gonna need his picture.
Well, common-law marriage in some cases.
Yeah, but it takes too much to prove it. All I gotta do is take this paper from the courthouse there that say matrimony and be like, hey.
I don't know. You leave a backpack at somebody's house and they gotta kick you out. You live there. They
Well,
can't.
I ain't talking about the legal realm of it on that aspect. I'm talking about dividends, funds. Y'all ask my opinion on that part. That's when it becomes necessary.
Irrational, what you think?
I think, for biblical reasons, of course, it depends on how you were raised. If you don't believe in God, you don't believe that God created institutions of marriage, then it doesn't mean anything to you. Bree talked about back in the day, slavery time. Well, and I agree with Lisa. These days, marriages evolve. There's assets involved, and I believe if you're trying to build something together, then marriage is the way to go. I mean, you can get tax benefits. And me and a close friend talked about this today. He made some great points. Insurance rates are lower. You know, you have tax benefits. You know, trying to get a house. There's certain privileges legally to being married. If you have a selfish mindset, then maybe marriage is not the thing for you. But if you're really truly committed to working together, then marriage is the thing for you. And where I'm at right now in my life, I kind of label with it. When I was younger, marriage was exactly what I wanted. But I've been married twice, and maybe it's me, maybe it's the partners I think, or maybe it's just how I observe marriages today. I'm not as Google in love as I used to be when I was younger. You kind of go through things, and marriage really should be more like a contract these days.
Yeah.
More like a business contract?
Yep. Yes.
And I wonder if it's different when you have, like me, I've been married and divorced twice. So my take on the whole marriage thing is a little bit different than, say somebody who's getting married for the first time, or you have this, you're married for the second time. Me personally, yes, of course I want to get married again one day, but am I rushing into it like I did when I was younger? No. You know what I mean? So I believe in marriage.
If I ever got out of being married again, I would never do it again.
See, that's what I mean.
But we just had this conversation. Spiritually, it doesn't make sense for me to keep repeating the same vow over and over again. You cannot feel about someone the same way you feel about 3 other people. Mm-hmm. So, and it's a big if I did, it would have to be on a whole different realm of vows.
It's got to be my next is my last.
And like Clint said, it's so much stuff you want to build with somebody and do with somebody, and that marriage license is like a contract. It's like I'm fully in. And I think without that, we already take marriage for granted.
Sure.
Without it, you really do.
Well, how do you feel about people who do the prenups and stuff like that? They get all mad and decide they don't want to marry somebody because somebody don't want to sign a prenup. Like, because we talk about, we're talking about all of this we talking about comes with the financial side of it. Insurance is cheaper and money, but outside of that, can you get past that part and then to get married?
I think a prenup is an insult.
So let me ask you this, since we're on the prenup and financing thing. Oh, hold on. First of all, Caesar, you think marriage is necessary?
I think it's necessary, but going back to the marriage license and contract stuff, how y'all feel about if you thought you was married, but the marriage license was never sent into the courthouse?
You ain't married.
How would you feel about that?
I'd be hot. Don't let me waste my time.
Right.
Here, I done put in 25 years and sucker, we ain't been married.
Right.
I want 25 years of my money.
Right.
My feelings.
I'm taking everything I see.
But you said in a divorce too.
That egg you dropped on the floor and I forgave you.
Whoa. Okay. I didn't know you was going to go there, but okay. I understand. So, like I said earlier, let's go back to the financial thing that you said, right? Okay, so you're married to somebody, and we're gonna call it a business transaction.
I like it.
All you do is talk about money, this, or let me use the term, we look good on paper. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how do you say with somebody you look good on paper, but you love someone else somewhere else?
Can't do it.
I plead the fifth.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you get past that money part, like, what do you actually have? What do you have that's left? If the money is gone, can you stay with somebody? Like, y'all built this together, and the finances was great, and all of a sudden something happens, and everything y'all got is gone. Can you stay with that person?
Since I got the side eye. Because I think I only get pleaded fifth like 3 times in a year.
Hey, this show is built about being transparent. Be honest. You know your truth. I don't.
So my truth is, I've been in that predicament, or should I say, I'm in the predicament of where my heart could be somewhere else, but I'm married. But it was not by my choice.
Then you should be married, because marriage not a game. And
Well, marriage ain't no game.
I heard you sit here and say that I can't say these vows to 2 and 3 people, when then you need to look in the mirror. And that speaks for all of us. You know, if we only had one chance to be married to one person and that's it, we'd probably pick better partners. We'd probably be able to look at ourselves and say, you know what, well, Clint, you're not ready to be married. I don't care how you feel about this person. You're not ready. And I think that and I'm not saying that what you said is not true. Just from my point of view, it sounds very selfish to sit here and say, well, hey, I can't commit to 2, 3 other people the same way, say the same vows, and then sit here and say, I'm married, but my heart is somewhere else. That's insulting to the person you're married to.
Not true. Because you can't say that it's someone in your previous that you cared more about, but y'all were not able to be together because it wasn't a healthy relationship. So we fall in love with different people, and that doesn't mean you're supposed to be with them.
But we mature in love too. The way I loved at 18 is not the way I love at 40, because I know better now. I don't care if I was infatuated with Big Booty Keisha or how she made me feel. Even now, and I'm gonna use my daughter's mom. I'm at a point where I really realized that my daughter's mom was only really there for me to create my daughter with, because she helped me be the way I am now, good and bad. But if Clint at 40 would look at her at 23, I'd have never got with her, because I matured in love. So we all go through that. And I get what you're saying. Sometimes that person is behind us because they didn't need to be behind us. And going back and doing a replay and remix, no, move forward.
And I feel like as far as the vows are concerned, playing devil's advocate a bit, things kind of switch when you've been through certain things enough times. So I understand what you're saying. Like, when I get married again, I don't know if my vows are going to come from that book.
No.
It's going to come straight from my heart. Because I'm a person, I can't marry for a business and trash it.
No.
We look good on paper. I got to love you. I got to be able to wake up and look at you. If I can't wake up and look at you just because it's a business and transaction, I'm good. I know I'm going to either cheat or walk away from you and get a divorce. And why waste my time? As far as, again, vows, I'm going to stand before the man, whomever he is the next time, and I'm going to speak from the heart.
From our relationship and what we got going on. Because you can always love somebody else more than you love the person that's standing in front of you. And I truly believe that. You don't fall in love. We all thought we was in love with the person we married the first time. And as you said, as you get older, you see things differently. And that person may not be good for you, but that doesn't mean that you don't love them.
And in loving somebody and then being in love with somebody is two different things. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think you get in love once. That's
like
just
I love my kid's father. I love him for what we created together. We have beautiful children together. They're well mannered. They're teenagers. They get into things. But I love him for that. Now, am I in love with him? No. Do I have any of that type of love for him? No. Would I be devastated if something happened to him?
Yes.
Absolutely, because we've known each other for all these years. We've had these children together. I have love for him. Now, whoever I'm with will have to understand that I still love him, but only that way because he's part of my life. He's part of my history.
Father.
He's my children's father.
Absolutely.
So.
Love goes a different place.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And I'm not knocking with you, ladies. Say, Lisa, I want to piggyback on something you just said, Lisa. And for me, my opinion, there is no way I'm going to marry a woman, and I know in the back of my heart and the front of my heart that there's somebody out there that I love more than the one person I'm married to, then that means that, Clint, you don't need to be married. Because marriage, love is a very important ingredient in marriage. Now, it's not the end all be all, but that's one of the most important things. So why would I stand in front of somebody and marry them and know that this person's not getting all my love? It's somebody out there that has a greater capacity of my love. I need to not be married or wait till the other person is ready so we can be together. Or is it love or is it infatuation?
That's not how that works.
Let me ask you
go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. So let's say your heart is connected to somebody else. That's not good for you. But a person that's coming along or is there in your life, there's a need for them to be in your life as your wife. And it's not a want anymore because it's an ordained thing by God to give to you. Do you still say, God, I reject what you need because
I'm waiting on this food?
I reject what I need because I love somebody else?
So I know we're not going biblical with this. Let's go ahead and do this. Don't eat from this tree. Eat from this tree. God is telling me this is what you need. I'm telling myself that's what I need. That's our problem. That person that you is tied to, that's not love. That's infatuation. That's ignorance. Nobody, you ladies or ladies, oh, he hit me, but he still loved me. That ain't love. I don't understand y'all. That's like me taking a woman back that's constantly cheating on me. Either I'm a damn fool or I'm a damn fool. If that person love me, they love me enough to say, you know what, we're done. I ain't got no reason why they done. But save me the burden of being hurt. That's not love. That's our problem. We're confusing love with ignorance, in my opinion.
I don't think you
feel like my question was answered.
Right. I don't think being in love with somebody is ignorant.
Because your heart is connected to somebody else that's
not good for you. At the maturity level of it is realizing that person isn't good for you.
So you saying that by connecting yourself love-wise to somebody that's good for you, I'm not saying you can't feel that way for that person, but love is a two-way street. I can't love this person to change for me. I gotta mature in love. God gave us a brain and a heart. It's a balance, is my opinion.
So we're going to pick a pause right there. Look, if you just joined the conversation, the topic is marriage necessary? So keep it locked, man. Look, on the other side of this break, I have a question. Since we're talking about love and marriage, is it important to love the person or like the person? We're going to take a break. We'll be right back right here at Mo Music, Mo Radio. Let's go, Cecil.
Bring your body Everybody has that feeling you don't know what it is. Got you moving, got you grooving, like you're dancing with a pill. And you know that you are grooving, cause you feel it in your soul. And you know you're dancing with some power at control.
Here we go. More music, more radio. Yours truly, DJ Tricky on the one. Live right here in the studio along with my big brother, Mr. DJ Legend on the ones and twos. We can get back into the conversation. If you just joined in, look, you can go to all our platforms, More Music, More Radio. You can go to Twitch, DJ Tricky Twitch. I'll put all the links in the chat. YouTube, Facebook. We're on all the platforms, even in Instagram. You can go to my Instagram, which is DJ Tricky Bomb Radio. Please comment, join in the conversation. We want you to be a part of the conversation, and we want to hear what you have to say, not just us. So, we're going to get back to the conversation. Once again, if you just joined in, we're talking about, is marriage necessary? So on the other side of this break, I asked a question. Since we're talking about love, marriage, you saying you love somebody, you don't love somebody. So when you're marrying somebody, is it important to love them or like them?
I think it's both. I have to like you. First of all, when we dating, I have to like you. Mm-hmm. Why would I continue to be around you or want to move forward into what I know that could turn into love if I don't like you? Mm-hmm. We talked about how our spouse, person, whoever in relationship, should be maybe our best friend. So if they're your best friend but you don't like them, I don't know how that works.
It don't work that way. It don't work.
It don't work.
It don't work that way. I think is like necessary for a relationship, because I can love you because God says we must love everyone, but I don't have to like you. Mm-hmm. So I have to treat you with the respect of love from God. But in a marriage, they both go hand in hand. Yeah. I think you have to like your spouse in order to love them. And when you stop liking them, then the love is gone.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different feeling for me. Like when you're mad at them, but you like them,
yeah.
But you're ready for them. You want to hear the keys in the door, so you sit there and fight yourself real quick because you still like them. Wait,
right. Stop playing.
So it is definitely a different feeling. I believe it's both are very important in a marriage, but I feel like if you don't have the love at that time, the like will take the place, if that makes sense.
And you want to have fun. I don't want to be in a relationship that it's just a drag. Because, I'm pretty much a upbeat person. I can kind of feed off energy. I can, I don't want to feel like I'm walking on eggshells or whatever every time I come home or somebody walks in the door, and that's why my second marriage ended. Is like when he wasn't around, me, the kids, we were good. We were happy. We were having fun. But as soon as he walked in the door, everybody was in their rooms. Absolutely. It was because we didn't know who was coming through the door every day.
And it's funny, with even the issues and problems going on in my marriage, I don't dread him coming home, or I don't not like the fact that he's there. So that's some of the things that's keeping me where I am to work on it. Mm-hmm. So I think the like is real.
And I think what we need to understand about marriage is it's work. Mm-hmm. And if you're willing to work, the marriage
both partners
works. Exactly. It's not one-sided in no relationship. But marriage is sacrifice, it's compromise. And that's where we go wrong every single time. There's one step more sacrificial than the other.
Tip the out of my head. Because I'm with you since 1,000%. And you don't wake up married. Even when you're courting, you have to practice being a husband and
Before.
wife before you get married. And a lot of us being pride, being stubborn, we are our own worst enemy. And yes, liking and loving, they go hand in hand. Sometimes they come at two different times. And in my last marriage, towards the end, I didn't like my ex-wife. And I used to like her. And it was because I didn't like the way she treated me. She probably didn't like the way I talked to her. Did I call out her name sometime? Of course, and I was dead wrong. Did she emasculate me or try to emasculate me? Of course she did. We fought dirty. And in fighting dirty, we didn't like each other anymore. But the love that I had for her kept me there in spite of me not liking her. So sometimes you can just like your partner, and then when you work those issues out, y'all start to like each other again, because obviously it's something that brought y'all together. But I think in marriages we mature. And some of the things that, if I don't like my woman right now, I may not like what she's saying to me. She may be saying something for my own good, and I'm not even ready to receive it. You know how when we kids, I don't like mom, or I don't like daddy. But mom and daddy tell us something for our own good.
Sure.
We just don't understand it at the time. But like Tiffany said, it's a compromise.
Yeah, and I think it's different, just the analogy you just used. I think it was more so I didn't like what they did, or I don't like the situation or the moment right now.
Not like the person.
But not like the person. But when it gets to the not liking the person, it's deep. You know what I'm saying? When I'm pulling up to the house and I see my husband's car and I'm rolling my eyes like, oh, I got to get with him. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go.
So, with that being said, my question is, so why do we treat marriage like it's a game? Like this is Chutes and Ladders or Monopoly? I got to pass go to collect $200. Why can't we have conversation in order to get to a happy spot?
It only lowers your options.
Yeah, because
Right.
it's so many options out there, and we put ourselves in that predicament. I mean, think about back in the day.
The social media.
The women.
I apologize, Lisa.
No.
Look at social media.
Yeah.
It's like a license to cheat. I mean, you mad at her and what she want to do, you just click a button
But somebody else will.
and somebody else there.
But-
Go ahead. It's the options. If you didn't have those options, you probably be a little more careful with how you treat a person. Like a lot of people in marriages are in relationships period, very ungrateful. Very ungrateful. And they look at their spouse like, I can get another her or I can get another him. Good men and good women are not buses that come every 10 minutes. Especially when you get older.
No.
And I think the other thing is that some people worry too much about what other people are saying. Like,
Yep.
okay, they see all these people married, they seem happy. I need to get me a man so I can seem happy. And you're really not. You just happy to have a man. You know what I'm saying? Or,
Well,
some men, I think it's more so women than men, but just my opinion. But just though, like the people that I know that are around me that are not quite like I'm young, but a little younger than me. It's like if they haven't been married, or I'm sorry, if they've been married once, they crave that feeling of being married, so they want to go do it again because of the idea of marriage.
And I think the stability of marriage. I think the first time I got engaged after my first marriage, I think it was stability. And I think it was because I wanted to be married. So I looked over a bunch of flaws from him. But I don't think people put stock in a marriage. We don't even see people stay married over 15 years that want to work at it. It was someone on my Facebook page today. Her parents were married 65 years. That is a long time to be with somebody. Do you think they loved each other through that whole 65? No. Do you think they liked each other? No. But they saw a reason to stay together. And we don't work on marriages no more. It's so quick to leave.
And I think there are not enough essential conversations had before marriage. Like, we're so busy women, should I say, not our women, but we're so busy focused on a wedding that we don't know what the marriage is going to be like afterwards. The men nowadays, there's so many productions, and I don't knock proposals, but productions are being made. But are you preparing for the marriage? And so are you sitting down and saying, hey, are you the type of man, are you the type of woman that if I say to you, hey, I want to take this trip, or we need to buy this refrigerator, or we need to buy this washer, we need to scale back for 3 months.
We got it. Or we understand how to do it.
And it goes back to like the gender roles. A lot of us having this mindset of, you know, just trying to be with somebody so that they can have more than what they have, instead of both bringing something to the table, beyond financials. And I'm one of those. Y'all know how I feel about the whole needing the other person when it comes to financial side. Of course, I need a man for a lot of different things, but for that financial, I will never be with a man because he has all these financial things going on.
Some people are married for different reasons.
I want him to be stable. I want him, as long as I know he can make sure he has his own place to live, he has a car, he's taking care of his kids and all that stuff. That's cool. He don't have to be a 6-figure dude, or, you know, be able to, I'm gonna find me a man so I don't have to work no more. You know, it's a lot of women like that.
Well, why do a lot of people don't do marriage counseling before they even get married?
It's required through most churches.
It should be necessary.
It should be necessary, very necessary.
Because nobody wants to hear the truth.
They don't want to hear the truth.
But they also have to tell the truth. I am a living witness of being with somebody who has lied and been a representative, and now their true colors are coming out. So I feel like my choice been taken away.
Yeah.
So then I reflect back, and I'm like, I could have put up with that bull from a previous relationship, but now here I am with somebody who has made me choose to be your wife based off your representative.
And I think some people, they see the not the potential. I don't want to say that. They see a good thing in somebody else, and they're afraid to lose that, and so they don't shed that representative.
Yeah, but at the same time,
that's why they don't go to the counseling and get naked, like you say. It's because they don't want nobody to know all of that. But it comes out. I agree. I totally agree.
And take away some of those husband and wife privileges. And I've had plenty of sex before I got married to both my wives. And what I'm saying is, if we take away those privileges, and at least kind of like what you were saying, don't have sex with them before you get married. Or don't spend night at each other's house. Take away some of those things like cohabitating and having sex, and see how long that man and woman stick around. See if you the priority and not the option. Because if they can't get it from you, I'm gonna shop around somewhere else. And even with social media, even with people becoming YouTube stars and everything, money plays a part in why people don't want to get married either. What I mean by that is, life is hard enough as it is by itself. It is so great to tackle life together as a team. But you got some people, I don't need a man. I don't need a woman. Most men that got money, women become tangible assets. I want that piece of game tonight. I want that. They're not focused on one woman. So my thing is, you know, it's a mindset to be married. If you meet a man and he giving you 3 or 4 red flags, you should fall back. I don't care how much you like him, how he make you feel. When you meet a man, interview him. Have your kids talk to him. Because these days, when I pick a woman, my daughter plays a part in that. How this woman gonna help me and my daughter? How I'm gonna help her and her kids?
How she gonna add to you?
Absolutely.
Don't get blinded by the P and the D now, because this ain't enough. It's just not enough.
That's all you can do. I'm raise up both my hands and say I'm cheating on you. It ain't even physically, it's emotionally. But you touched on something, because, you know, of course, everybody in this room is very spiritual. I know that. So, the biblical aspect, and disclaimer, this is not Bible psychologic answers. This is perspective. So I don't want to hear all that efficacy that some people are going to do. However, in a practical sense, if you are somebody who don't believe in marriage, does that not affect your marriage with God?
It depends on how you raised.
And it depends on who you with.
You got some people. I was raised Baptist, so these things were ingrained in me. I believe that. So it lines up with what I believe. I'm not going to be with somebody whose beliefs are different than mine, because we're going to clash from the jump. So marriage and God, for me, go hand in hand. He's a part of the marriage.
But I also think that it still comes down to communication, because I can, as spiritual as I think I am, I know there are areas I'm lacking. So if I'm with someone who's able to show me different things and reveal different things, I may have grew up Catholic, but if they teach me and show me their way and what they were raised, I might decide, oh, you know what,
Or
that might be
vice
better
versa.
for me, or vice
You just said
versa.
something. It is very hard for people, especially stubborn ass people, to accept
Yeah.
advice or input from somebody else
And
because
that's the issue.
it's their way.
Yep.
And it's like,
But do you talk about religion? Like, do people really, young people or anybody, pillow talk, wherever you want to have it at? Are you talking about God, go walk with God, how you want to walk with God, what you want to? I had that talk, and again, it was lies.
I had a guy who straight up asked me if I decided to join the Muslim community, could you be me? No.
No.
Because there's not knocking it, and I'm not saying anything about the religion. It's just something that I mean, because I've studied it just from my degree and all that other stuff. It's just certain things that I just can't.
But they gave you the choice.
It really did, and so it was just like, and I'm telling you now, if you ever do that, we're done. I straight up told them we're done.
And I'm like Clint. I'm traditionalist when it comes to it, and there's a difference between relationship with God and religion. And I have a relationship, and you have to have a relationship. Religion, you can believe anything you want to,
believe,
you want to, how you want to. But a relationship changes your mental state.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I can't date an atheist
and just get it. Like, this is religion to me. We gonna get up and go to church, but you gonna come home and beat me up. That's religion.
That's religion.
Relationship is, hey, let's go. And I'm like, okay,
let's pray together.
Let's pray together. When we wake up, when we go to bed, or when just necessary.
And I don't know what name of it, and we don't want to make this about God, but I mean, the way I'm raised, God is everything. But to me, a higher power is something greater than yourself.
Yes.
And if you don't listen to nobody but yourself, you're dangerous to me.
Yes.
And I'm not perfect. I've been toxic to some. I've been great to others. But my faith in God has kept me from doing some egregious things to people.
Sure,
And I think your faith and your walk with God and your relationship, as you said, determines how much you're going to put into and how long you're going to stay with the person that you're with. Because if you're grounded with God's word, that is supposed to be your forever. And you're supposed to work whatever you have out.
Yes.
And when you get to that point that you can't, because that person isn't walking in the same direction you are, you got to sever ties. Because you're never going to come together.
My parents been together over 20 years. And they are, religious wise, they're not on the same page, but they love each other enough, they like each other enough, they believe in God enough, they believe in the institution of marriage and all those things enough to really make it work.
Communication.
This time, and
it's bigger than them.
Yeah.
Your parents understand that, yeah, it's two individuals going to become one, but the marriage is bigger than me.
Right.
So
I like that.
for me, if I'm mad at my woman and I get mad at her, it's bigger than how I feel. I mean, am I gonna let my anger sabotage this relationship? Because this relationship means more to me than that smaller issue that I'm mad about right now.
You like or love them enough to get out of your own way.
Out my own way.
You know what I'm saying? So I hold back.
And it goes back to picking and choosing your battles.
Right.
Like, is this that big? Like, you leaving your sock on the floor. We about to not talk for 4 days.
Is it really that big?
Like,
but you got men and women who believe that a good man and a good woman is that Monday through Friday bus schedule, when a good man and a good woman at my age at 40 is that Sunday schedule. I'm not going to find a good woman down the street because you know why? All the good women are almost taken. So I'm at a point in my life now where when I'm having this argument with my woman, I got to say to myself, Clint, is it worth losing her?
The key thing you just did was that you process it before you say it.
But that's growth.
Because some things, very, very much so, growth and maturity. It takes that when you're actually in a marriage. For 2 years, I was married for 6.5 years, but for 2 years of my life, I didn't have an argument. My arguments turned into something funny, and I ain't even understand that. At one point, before I even asked this woman to be engaged to me, in my mind, I felt as though I wasn't even worthy of her. Because it was something totally different. What we always talk about, oh, you scared. But why are you scared for something you've been asking for
Because
all your life?
Because it's abnormal. Because you're used to the rickets and the ruckus and the lies and the deceit, and you knew something was going to happen, and now you walk in this path with somebody where it's not happening.
You gotta ask God. God, help me understand. Why is this person in my season? Why did you bring her or bring him to me? Lord, help me understand. Because it's a lesson in everybody that
Funny you said that. I wrote in my diary last night. I said, God, why did you put this person in my path? He's not what I thought he was. What is your goal for me in this relationship? What am I supposed to learn? What is he teaching me and what am I teaching him? Because it has to be.
And you got to take yourself, and then one thing my mom used to tell me all the time, take yourself out of it really, because it's really God. You know what I mean? You can, you can talk yourself out of it. You can do all of this, but you cannot run away from what is for you.
It's hard. Mistake relationships all the time. There's some people that come into your life that are only meant to be friends. But we start liking
them and loving them,
trying to make something out of them.
And then there's some people that are only supposed to be in business with, that you mix the business and friendship with. And then there's a disconnection. So there's a lot of people.
Sometimes we're our own worst enemies.
Right. And I'm glad you said that, because when we were younger, the fellas, we go to the club or something. Let's say we meet a woman and we get a number, hook up with her, and you talk too much or you do the wrong thing. You mess yourself out of some tail.
That's it.
There's some women and men out here that mess themselves out of a good relationship and a good person on that bull crap.
Yeah.
Get out of your own way.
Man, all right. So the conversations get deep. So we're going to stay with it, but I'm going to add something to it on the other side of this break. Y'all keep commenting in. Hello, what's up? B Hicks, G Square, what's happening? Brand Rising, Brother Jeff. G Hicks say, do you want to be right or be married? That makes sense.
That part.
He also says you have to choose to love your spouse every day. It is a spouse. You have to understand that if we fail today, we just failed today. And Lord, we get another chance tomorrow to do this all over again. Man, y'all keep it locked. Right? We're gonna stay into it. If you just joined in, we are talking about, is marriage necessary? On the other side of this break, what we're gonna add to it is we're gonna find out what's the responsibility behind this ring if marriage is so necessary. Let's go. More music, more radio. Let's go.
Do you remember when we fell in love? We were young and innocent then. Do you remember how it all began? It just seemed like heaven, so I did it. Do you remember back in the fall when we did again? I've been already long. Do you remember us holding hands? We jumped as I we stand. Do you remember the time we fell in love? Do you remember the time we first met, girl? Remember the time, we fell in love. Do you remember the time? Do you remember how we used to talk? No, we'd stay on the phone at night till dawn. Do you remember all the things we said? Like, I love you so I'll never let you go. Do you remember back in the spring? Every morning birds would sing. Do you remember those special times? Just go on and on in the back of my mind. Remember the time we fell in love. Remember the time we first met, girl. Remember the time we fell in love. Remember the time.
Awesome lovers, did everything for one another. Now you're gone and I'm lost without you here now. But I know I gotta live and make it somehow. Come back to me. Can you feel me? Hear me calling for you. 'Cause it's been too long and I'm lost without you. Said I've been needing you. Is your heart still mine? I wanna cry sometime. Now I'm sitting here thinking about you and the days we used to share. It's driving me crazy. I don't know what to do. I'm just wondering if you still care. I don't wanna let you know that it's killing me. I know you got another life, you gotta concentrate, baby. Come back to me. Can you feel me? Hear me calling for you. 'Cause it's been too long and I'm lost without you. What am I gonna do? Said I've been needing you. Wanna take you, baby. Is your heart still mine? No. I miss you. It's been too long and I'm lost without you. What am I gonna do? I've been needing you on you.
All right, here we go. All right. Hope y'all enjoyed my brother. DJ Legend on the ones and twos, man. That's right. We trying to keep it hot for you with the music, man. I appreciate you, brother, from the heart, bro. You do your thing well. If you just now joining in, understand we are getting into is marriage necessary. I got the crew in here with me. You know I'm pulling double duty, but it's all good. I got the crew in here with me, and we're talking about is marriage necessary. So I'm going to add something to the table, which is marriage necessary. Let's just say, hypothetically, let's say marriage is necessary, okay? Just for the lack of conversation. What is the responsibilities of behind this ring?
Commitment.
To what?
Commitment.
Okay.
Strength.
What else?
support, security, growth, communication, all that stuff.
It's in God's eyes. You know, it's
You're building a life together.
Building a
like,
life.
If you don't,
a foundation.
Why would you want somebody in your life to do? Why would you want somebody to do life with that you don't even like, or you know, if you're at some point, people have to realize, okay, if you're gonna be in my life, I'm making this choice. You're gonna be in my life. We gonna make this thing work, one way or another, whether we together or we not. But it's gonna work some kind of way. Now, I'm not saying work. When I say work, I'm not saying like, you know, staying in a relationship. But I'm saying I'm gonna make my life work, whether I'm with you or not with you. That comes with friendships. That comes with jobs. That comes with all of that stuff. Like my current job right now, I don't like it very much. We not working together. I'm there because I made a commitment to it, because it's something that I need, is necessary right now. But I know I'm not going to do that for the rest of my life.
But how many of us do things because it sounds good?
A lot. Absolutely.
Marriage is one of them.
Oh,
There's
absolutely.
so many people out there that look at the ring and love to say, I've been married 50 years. But what did you do for 50 years?
Yeah, what did you put up with?
What
did you
was
take?
the responsibility of the ring? What did you say to her? 50 years don't mean nothing if she don't like you.
50 years don't mean nothing if you're not different from the first year you got
Exactly.
married.
That part.
If you ain't through,
Absolutely.
You the same person.
Ain't nothing like an old fool.
Absolutely. That ring don't mean nothing if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do as a husband and a wife.
It's a symbol. It's a reminder. You know, my friend said this earlier today. You know, multivision is the vision. You know, yeah, it's two different people, but you're supposed to be on the same page. The ring is shaped as a circle for a reason. A circle is infinite. You know, we the full 180 crew, but that ring is 360 degrees. So it means it's infinite. It's never
continuous.
ending. Absolutely, ladies.
well, and I think people just get married nowadays just to get married. You go on social media, you see the proposal. It's
It's the show.
And that's what I said about the business
wedding
transactions.
is
like,
a show. The ring is huge, you know, and now I want to see the ring. The ring got to be this. I asked for a band. That's all I asked for. Because to me,
tattoo. we can go get a $15 tattoo and say love.
right, like I literally wanted a band, because to me, it's not about the ring.
Absolutely.
It's about the symbolism of it. I had the diamonds before. I had the infinity band before. And look where that was 28 years gone. So what did it really mean? So I figured the shallower the ring, you know, the more we're going to emphasize on how much we really love each other. But does the ring really say how much you love each other?
And for me, I'm the type of person, I'm a little private in my love life. So I don't need to be posting me and my boo 100,000
Right.
times on Facebook. I don't need you to know what we do in our life. I want you to be able to sit back and question if I'm in love. Trust me, I am. You just don't need to know if I am or not. Ain't none of your business.
It's crazy. I look at like value and worth as far as the ring. The ring you first get, like a car, it's valuable. But once the car leaves the lot, it depreciates right then. It's the same thing with your marriage. You know, my woman can be very valuable to me, but her work is gonna last a lifetime. So people, when they see things that's no longer really valuable, they want to replace it and get something else.
Sure.
But does that woman and that man, are they worth it?
I tell my brides when I do weddings, the ceremony lasts 20 maybe
minutes.
30 minutes, depending on how big your bridal party is.
Absolutely.
Your reception, you put 10, 20, $30,000
Into a party.
for everybody to come eat your food, your cakes, see your boo pull your garter from under your dress.
Talk about you.
Talk about you. And then guess what? You wake up in the morning
All that's over.
and you can't tell me you don't say to yourself, I could have saved that money.
And it's just like with people, the body changes too. You know,
Yes.
the thing is, and that's why I say it can't just be a financial business transaction, because what I looked like well, I think I look better than I did when I was first married. But people change. So, you know, when you say you get something new, do you have enough sustainability in your relationship to stay no matter how you change? It's bigger than the ring. It's bigger than the financial.
And it's something that you just said regarding change. What people don't understand is y'all not evolving at the same time.
Mm-mm.
So where he may have matured at one point in time, you may still be there, but do you tell him, you mature quicker than me, or you evolved in this place mentally, so now I don't want you? Because what happens if the roles reverse? And now here's the woman that evolved a little bit more. That is, we have so many issues in marriage that we could talk about that is so detrimental to
Say the
life.
word
It's a
again.
partnership. Where I'm weak, you strong, and vice versa.
Indeed.
And that's why you still keep learning each other while you been married.
Absolutely.
You still learn each other. You still grow with each other.
It was some show, and I can't remember what movie it was, but he would always wake up and say, "I love you today."
Ooh. A segue question.
He quit real quick.
I'm gonna ask you ladies this. You can be you mad at your dude. He done pissed you off to the millionth degree. And he say, "I love you." What's your response?
I love you.
Y'all a damn lie.
What?
Y'all fight so dirty.
I would say I love you too. I'm still
But
upset
still
with
mad.
you, but I still love you. Because here's the deal: when he walk at that door and then something happen, I'm
And
gonna
I
be
didn't
upset.
say that.
Absolutely.
My heart gonna be tore up.
Absolutely.
I do not want the lady.
This is what I'm saying. When he walk out, don't tell me he love me.
I'm gonna say I love
In
you.
America,
I
we
love
may
you,
have to-
but you know I'm mad.
America,
You know,
we may have to wake up at
Love is
1:30 in the morning and talk. America.
What you ain't gonna do.
Yes, we are.
1:30.
Oh, you going?
Oh, you gonna wake up.
America.
I just told Tiffany I did that other day. I
And
was
that's
like,
why-
hey, we need to talk.
That's why you never go to bed mad at each other.
No.
Never.
You can die in your
The sun go
sleep.
down on your ass.
Right.
Yeah.
You never go to bed mad at each other.
That's a sign of maturity as well. You can be mad all day, but love your spouse. I mean, love is a choice. Yeah, like y'all ladies say, yeah, I'm mad at you. Nigga, I love you too.
No,
Bring
no.
something back to eat. My apologies.
Yeah.
Negro, I love you too. Bring something back to eat.
And then he gonna get on the phone with my homegirl and be like, he done did all that. They gonna walk out the door talking about he love me.
Absolutely.
And then you get out the phone.
He's gonna get that smirk.
Don't get it.
He gonna get it tonight.
So,
Make up.
So let me ask you me a question. In these times, in this society, or things that we're going through, do men really want to get married?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Why
don't
would you
act
say
like
that?
it.
I want the same piece of tail every night, the
Right.
way I want it.
But some men think, but for those who think, well, nah, I don't need to get married. We cool with what we doing. Why we need to put a piece of paper and a signature to
Let
it?
me speak for Bree, and Bree can relate to this. Ain't nothing wrong with a high school diploma. I would love to have a PhD. And
Right.
in relationships, I want the highest
Okay.
degree.
Right.
Elevation.
I got you.
And that go back to religion.
Because we was nervous for a minute. We
Well,
was
that
like,
goes
sorry.
back. Is marriage necessary?
It goes back to religion and all
It
that.
is. Then you answered the question. It is
It is
necessary
If you
because
want
it's a
experience.
commitment. It's
That's what you want.
It's mine. I'm yours. It takes you off the
You're
market.
building a legacy together.
Huh?
You're building a legacy together.
And I'm
Yeah.
just go with God, because God is everything. God reserves special blessings for married individuals.
Yes, he
Yes.
does.
When you be wondering why that married couple always, man, I don't know how they got through it, man. They tornado burnt their house. God blesses you.
Right.
Tornado burnt the house.
Well, my-
That's terrible.
It was the electricity
Yeah,
from the tornado.
Oh yeah.
disastrous.
it's mature for a man. For you ladies, if a man tell you you can be my future wife, or I want to marry you, man, that's a hell of a commitment for a man. That man is showing you this is what I want. We're not here yet, but I'm working towards that. So
Right.
you ain't even gotta know where we stand. I want you to have my last name.
And people
One day.
gotta be real with themselves and understand that if you're not ready for that,
Don't waste
Don't
time.
do it.
Don't do it. Don't waste the other person's time. Be straight up and real. And let
I've
them
been
know
told
this
I
is
locked
not-
you down because having a woman like you is like finding a needle in a haystack.
That is true.
Like a bus.
That is true.
They don't
Okay,
come.
but
That's a true statement.
but the
that
thing,
can be said.
let me say this, didn't make me feel that way.
Now I tend to say some of us men and women always say, I want to be treated like a king and queen. But then if you want me to treat you that way, then give me a reason to treat you.
That's right. And that goes both ways. Let me say this. That goes both ways for men and women, the statement that I made.
And once you start, don't stop.
Don't stop.
Like that's why you need to be your authentic self from jump. You can't start something that you know you're not gonna keep up.
If you see a change, you gotta talk about it.
Right.
Don't just
baby?
what's going on. It might be something
today?
little that they can bring it out. Just talk about it. You gotta communicate about it. Because if you don't do that, what's gonna happen? Y'all get mad at each other. You're not gonna like each other no more. You're not gonna love each other no more.
Absolutely. When I meet somebody, I'll never ask them what they're looking for, ever,
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna give you the blueprint on how to treat me.
That's right.
And then you flip.
So,
you know?
so do you think that you should know, like, you should tell them what you don't want?
No.
We need the guidelines as men.
That's why I
We
messed
don't-
up.
We don't need to answer the test. We just need the guide. We need to study pack.
Absolutely.
Straight, yeah. That's all it
Like,
is.
and when I say don't want, I mean like I don't want somebody that I'm just having sex with.
No.
Sex is easy.
You
That's
sit
an
down
easy
and
thing.
just basically it's like
Man,
handing your
totally hard. Sex
resume
hard.
over at a job. You take your resume over. I'm telling you everything that I've done, everything that I'm worked for, and then they turn around and ask you, okay, what do you want to get from working for us?
Because I mean, I guess
It's the same thing
I guess
as
it's
being-
kind of the question I'm asking is, I guess it's some things you say. So if you know you want to get married, do you tell somebody, hey, I'm looking for a husband? If that's not you,
That's how you weed them out.
Yeah, you
That's
weed
how
them out
That's how
like
you
the
weed out the
But
BS.
and hopefully they don't say, well, I'm gonna do what I gotta do and act like I want to be a husband, and then something changes down the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
You
say
know,
this.
we know what you ladies do to us that works every time. Y'all give us expectations, standards to meet. And if we can't meet y'all where y'all at, y'all leave us where we are. That's the best way to weed them in out.
Just like some women don't understand how, well, why do you beat yourself up when you done lost your job? I got it. You don't understand what that means. I'm a firm believer. And it says in the Bible, don't work, don't eat. That means everything. Everything? Everything.
And for us,
okay.
You need to put in work.
For us
You
as
be doing
men,
something. If you ain't working, this kitchen need to be clean.
Yeah.
for us as men, it feels so good to be able to provide for y'all. I don't care if y'all make way more money than us. To be able to say, baby, what you want, or bring you something home that you don't even know I'm getting it for you. It just makes us feel good.
And piggybacking on that, if you've seen the movie Slim, and I can't think
Queen
of
of
the
Slim.
Queen of Slim,
Yeah.
the part of the movie when he said he don't care about no other woman, as long as he's king to his woman, he's good.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's why sometimes we take things real heartfelt. And y'all may wonder why we sit in this box beating ourselves up.
Right.
It's because of the respect. It's because of the priority y'all are to us.
And if we,
Right.
ladies, if we into y'all, please don't take that for granted.
Man,
If we
yes,
into
indeed.
y'all, I'm gonna lick you up and down until you say stop.
Come on,
If
come
I'm
on,
into
Silk.
you-
Let's go, Silk.
Do your
I
names
ain't do
clear
that.
on. Whatever that's it.
That's what you're supposed to do today.
But Clint, that is true. That is
If I do
true.
it slow enough.
That is true. When you in there, and let that man be there for you.
Right.
You
And
know?
I think it's like you say, we have our expectations and all that stuff. I think too, there's a lot of good men in there that are out there that feels like if they give too much, they're seen as weak. I'm gonna tell you, me
Generational.
personally, I want you to shed all those layers.
Yes.
Because
Be
I'm gonna
weak with
shed
me.
all my layers.
Say that again.
Shed all those layers.
Yes.
Because I want to know. I want to fall in love with your
But that
nerves and
goes-
bones and everything.
That goes back to choices. If you are not who your authentic self, how can I love you where you are?
Absolutely.
So then when something does come up, I can't love you like that. Because you're misrepresented.
And we so into y'all, like, if I don't hear from my lady or if she's remotely mad at me, it affects my whole day. Like,
Yes.
when I'm hooked up to your battery and you disconnect me, you're killing me.
That's just transfer of energy. You
Right.
don't even really know what's happening.
And to go along with what Bree said, then I have a situation for y'all. Now at 1:30 in the morning.
Amen.
America.
Whatever.
Won't he do it?
But to go along with what Bree said, she said she wants to know everything. My only thing is, once I tell you this,
Don't throw it in my
Don't
face.
use it against me.
because
Exactly.
the first time you do, I will
shut down.
shut you out
And I'm
Absolutely.
for
out.
the rest of the relationship.
But you know
That
what?
part.
Women are the same way, but y'all are worse.
Yes, we are.
Because
I'm
that's
speaking for me.
That's
Speaking for me.
that for men.
Because if I'm transparent with you and I'm opening up to you and I'm emotional, you say, well, you weak. You won't get that no more.
And see, that's what I was saying about it. It's two different perspectives because women can take it a little bit more than men. I think because it's kind of like the whole cheating thing. A woman can be cheated on several different times and still stay with her man, and then she turn around and cheat on a man one time, he gone.
He gone.
So it comes back to this situation too when you shedding all your layers, and you know, men can throw stuff back at us, and we're just like, okay, whatever. He's just mad. You know, I'm pissed too. We fussing, we arguing, but let me go ahead and show him something so he don't be mad or whatever. But it's like when we throw something back at, it's like it shatters the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Because they feel like you just took them and put their whole face in the mud.
And we
It's
start
like,
thinking like, what did I do?
What did I do? Like,
to
I
make
didn't
him
mean
say
it.
that and all that.
But we also that type of brother. Now I'm not like this no more. I'm that type of brother where if I'm happy in my relationship, what Joe does say, you can take my money. I don't care if I have a zero
house.
in my
balance.
car. It's what he said.
I don't care if I have a zero balance.
My house and my car.
Don't
go wood.
But we will give y'all our money because we trust y'all to take care of the business.
Right.
So it like Bree said, it's a balance.
And going back to what Bree said, men show externally. We
show it
deal
internally.
with it. We show it internally. So we going through it and we letting it beat us up. And then we as women, we're going through, oh, is it my fault? And what did I do? 9 times out of 10, it wasn't even you. Even with a man, 9 times if a woman leave you, don't beat yourself up because she left.
Well, let me say this. There's some doggish women out there, too.
Oh, yes, it is.
So
What
we got
you
to make
say?
sure we
Lord.
keep it
I used to
on
be
the
one, I ain't
even.
gonna lie.
Absolutely.
Y'all fight dirty too.
There's some
I
doggies.
They
never
used to
was
be too.
one, but I had some friends that was, and watching this man take care of his wife in the way that he did and love her, and she was out there staying home and doing whatever she wanted to do. It broke my heart for him because he was genuine. She was there because she knew whoever she was with wasn't gonna be able to give her what she was getting at home.
Because he was a benefit.
And when I was
That's
was
what
being
that
a
was.
doggish woman or whatever, it was because I was so deeply hurt that it was more like a revenge type of thing. It was like you broke you. It takes a lot to, in my opinion, to break a woman in general.
It does take
generally
a lot
speaking.
for us.
And so when we're broken, at that point, I was broken. I was broke to the last drop of love that I possibly could have had for this person. After that, it was like, whatever. I don't care. Leave, stay. I don't care.
Boy, that's a scary place to be in. So, I have a situation. So listen to the full thing, and then we'll get to the question. It's not just the uns that irritated Heidi. The unmade bed, the unempty dishwasher, the unfolded laundry. It was the fact that Sam had been home all day and was asleep when she returned from her extra weekend shift at the hospital. She was tired and resentful and felt that he hadn't done his share of keeping up the apartment, but always had time to watch his favorite sitcoms and sporting events. Sam was angry because he thought he was doing very well and that Heidi didn't appreciate his efforts. He was doing more picking up and cleaning than he had ever done as a bachelor. He never left dirty dishes in the sink or clothes on the floor. He took his turn at vacuuming, cooking meals, and he thought Heidi was being a neat freak about the whole thing. Hoping to buy a home soon, Sam and Heidi were both working on overtime in order to pay down their school debts. As a result, they had very little free time together or money for recreation. They had agreed to share household tasks as well as cooking and shopping, but it wasn't working out so well. Sam referred to his wife as Tidy Heidi, and she in return called him Sloppy Sam. The conversation about a more equitable division of household chores ended in Sam's increasing anger about Heidi's not valuing his efforts and Heidi's growing resentment that Sam didn't take this seriously. So the question, they want to address the problem, but I ask y'all, where do they start?
With themselves looking in the mirror.
Meet him where he is. I mean, your clean. What I've learned in a marriage, your clean will never be my clean, and my clean will never be your clean. So that's one of the things you went back and said earlier. Pick your battles.
Ain't that big.
I mean, if he picking up one of the two sides,
We gonna give him credit.
I mean, is it that big of a deal? Now, back 20 years ago, it was. Now, we got a bigger picture. I'd rather be picking that other sock up than going through something else.
Absolutely.
And we're both, so basically what I was hearing is they were both out hustling. They had very little time to really like take care of the take care of the household. Y'all, there's a bigger goal here. The little dirty stuff that's sitting around is not that big of an issue. So, look.
Hold on, but I'm playing devil's advocate. What's important to you may be important.
Right.
It may not be important to me, and vice versa.
And I'm getting
said
there.
that a couple days ago.
And I'm getting there. So then we need to sit down and we need to communicate that. And I mean, we need to really come up with a plan. Hey, you know what? Look, I know Monday through Wednesday you get off late or whatever. I'm gonna try my best to get this done. I mean, it just comes down to communication, like
Teamwork.
We gotta have that. We gonna break up. We doing all this hustling to get this house, and we gonna break up and call each other names.
We got such great potential together.
Yeah.
We're gonna blow that.
Yeah, because we gotta keep the vision. One thing that I did learn in our premarital counseling is that we were told to make a vision of what we wanted, how we wanted our marriage to progress, and through the progression, if something irritated us, we did sticky notes. Well, I see this. You pick that sticky note up, because if I come to you and say, Clint, now damn it, I've been at work all day, and this same sock is on the floor, and Joe Blow pissed you off at work. You ain't heard nothing I said.
And see, here's the deal. It's because you are tired and because you have dealt with something at your job. It had nothing to do with that sock.
But check it out.
But that's what I'm saying.
If I love her enough, I respect how she feel. And baby, I apologize. I know you had a hard day. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to lighten the burden as much as I can so when you get home, you don't have those problems. But I need that same thing in return.
Yeah.
And it's how you deliver it. I'm finna throw it at you and we finna make a whole joke about it.
My whole thing is, it was how you deliver it. It's how I'm coming towards you. You know, even though we both working, let's just face it, men and black men take on way more outside them four walls.
Absolutely.
To have to come inside, and this was my philosophy for being married. I'm not gonna beat you up when you walk through the door. You've been beat up enough.
Y'all should be each other's peace.
I need to be your peace. Now later, while we having pillow talk,
at 1:30 in the morning,
I'm gonna say now. I'm saying now,
America.
I threw that ass in a circle out there. I'm gonna need you to pick the sock up before you go to work in the morning.
You right. On both ends, it's about delivery.
Yes.
You can voice your displeasure with me all day, but it's the way you say it to me. It's gonna base my response to you.
Absolutely.
And
don't tell me how to feel. That's like me punch
that
you.
part.
That's like me punch you. You grab your chest, and I say, "Oh, that didn't hurt."
Right.
I didn't receive the punch. You received the punch.
If I'm always feeling something, I'm weak. I'm whining.
Absolutely. I'm like, how do you tell me how? And don't call me a liar. If I tell you this, please don't call me a liar. I know what I do, and I know what I don't do. I don't insinuate because you want to believe something else that I lie.
Yeah.
I said what I said, Nene Leaks. I said
what I said. Now, you didn't think.
All right, y'all know what time it is. It's time to wrap it up. Oh, we got good today. I hope you learned something. I hope it starts a conversation with you and your wife. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you know somebody that's going through this. Look, tell them to subscribe to the YouTube page. Don't forget about the Ugly Sweater Party, man. It'll be live right here at the studio, 211 North Irvay. We want you to come out. Come join us, man. Come have some conversation with us. You got a topic that you want to talk about? Go to our Facebook page, the Full 180 Convo. You want to be a sponsor of the show? Hit us up on the Full 180. If you want to be a vendor at our actual event, hit us on our vendor link that Miss Dr. B has put on the Facebook page. We want you to be a part of the conversation. It's not about what we think. This is just perspective. This is us to move the culture a little further. And as we end, two things I want to talk about real quick. Now, I know she's about numbers. So, I did do the research and find out 53% say that society is better off if they do marry. 46% say they are better off if they don't. So I guess God wins as usual. So, the last thing I want to say. I was going to pick 3, but I need y'all to tell me one from your own mind. What is one of the most important things when it comes to marriage?
Communication.
Security.
Compromise.
Sacrifice. They said everything else. They said.
All the above, what everybody said, because it's teamwork, it's communication, it's love, it's liking a person. So those are the main things.
And good DMP too.
And for me, I just need you to show up every day.
Show up. Nice.
Since we are practical and I like to I like to make sure we stay relevant. Has anybody seen the video about their true kitchen?
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay, so before we leave, I gotta get y'all a tape. I started calling y'all about 1 o'clock, but then I seen 1:28.
Listen.
And they still got a long line.
But anyway, so everybody seen the video, right? Now, in your perspective, what do you think? What do you think could have been better? Do you think he could have handled it better? Well, I ain't gonna put it broad. Just tell me what you think about it. Come on.
Go ahead.
Look, you come into my house, and I've asked you several times to respect my house. I don't care if I put Luke on. If don't jump up on my couch and do all of that twerking and stuff in my house. Now, that's my house. Now, we talk about business. We just got to do better as people, professionally and as patrons. We just have to do better.
I mean, she said it all, because you have some people complaining about the people standing on the furniture and dancing, and the people correlate that with, well, the service is bad. Those are apples and oranges.
Yeah.
So I agree with you.
From business perspective, I think he was out of line. I think it was unprofessional, and he could have handled that better. They were not his children. He is providing a service for them. He controls his own environment. I believe that was his fault and the DJ's fault. You throw that ass in a circle with a room full of big booty black women. We throwing that ass in a circle. Now, you cannot convey your business as being a 5-star restaurant and playing trap music. So what you need to do is sit down with your DJ, have a professional meeting.
What constitutes a 5-star restaurant?
That's what he said he built, honey. That's his.
I'm just asking, is it violins or trap music?
No, it's not. It's ambience, it's food, it's how it's plated, it's presentation, and it's based on your customer's perspective and reviews, how you get your stars. Now, with that being said, the ambience that I have seen, I've never patroned True Kitchen, and I'm speaking to him as a chef, as a caterer, and as a food artist. You don't present food like that with an ambience that he has and throw that ass in a circle.
So you think his cheddar's upgraded?
What
that
I
part.
not.
That's the same thing my brother said. He was like,
Downtown
the
Chelsea.
food.
I'm not.
20 in Hampton. Cheddar's.
Cheddars with a $5 copay.
I had no comment.
Scratch kitchen.
No comment. From a DJ point of view, this is when I say, don't tell me you a DJ and you don't know how to read your crowd. There are certain things you don't do. I'll take me for instance. I knew at least a party, just as the ladies walked in, oh, I got some older women here, some younger women there. So we're going to have to go back, bring it back forward, make something up to date. You have to pay attention to your crowd. However, as a business person, even doing this show, everybody deserves respect.
That's right.
I don't care how many times you tell them. You could have handled that a totally different way
Yes.
by taking them. Even Malik, who owns this radio station, even though he says I'm good, if he says this, and that, I am moving because this is his house.
That's right.
And if he allows me to be part of his house, he gives me some say-so. However, at the end of the day, he is the decision maker about his house. Now, I'm saying that from a point of view is you're talking to someone who DJ'd at True. And yes, the ambiance is very nice. The dude, the money they put into that, great. However, I'm going to say this, and it doesn't matter if I go back or not, but I'm going to say this. We have to learn as a people, quit trying to do big business like you own a corner selling drugs.
There you go.
Because, see, and I'm going to speak from experience, you don't hire anybody and pay them $200 to be there from 2 p.m. to 11. But then you turn around and say, we about to hit our $1 million mark in 6 weeks.
You don't do that.
So when you say you're doing something for the culture and for your people,
You're
bro,
not.
you
Take
make
care of your people.
Yeah, you take care of your people.
That's the truth right there.
Because see, if we were somewhere else, then and I also say for those who say, well, man, that brother business, this and that. If that was a man of another persuasion, all y'all be outside right now talking about Black Lives Matter. You have to hold each other accountable. I'm not saying what he didn't say was not correct as a business person. I totally get it. If he asks you to sit down, sit down.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. And if you can't follow the rules, we're gonna walk you right up out.
Just say, ma'am, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Excuse you. Now, if she wanna throw a hissy fit, you got a police officer outside. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know and seen for myself. But as far as that DJ is concerned, I need you to do better selective about where you are and what you're doing. Because I might not, me and Charles doing the ugly sweat party. Depending on the crowd, you might not hear that.
But you know, one thing I respect about you and James, every time y'all have DJ for me, and you've DJ'd at my club I had before, you've always asked me who we catering to tonight. Lisa, what you want me to play? How you want this set up? If we got the Reds come in, go for what you know. But if we got that Bill Age up coming in, I'm gonna need you to go on some Frankie and Beverly. Now, in my opinion, I think that should have been conveyed to him, but I've heard that he's had a variety of music played like that before.
Yeah,
he just got the right one.
I'm gonna tell you what hurt him. When he said it's comfort food, he should have known.
He should have known it was over. And you turn around and say, I don't need your money. Yes, you do.
Yes,
you do.
You have one of the premier spots in Dallas. And when I say that,
You have an upgraded button.
if anybody does business,
Dallas.
what's the one
Club
thing we
Sir.
say? Location.
Location.
Is it location?
That is a perfect.
No, it's
spot.
location.
I'm saying, is it location and marketing? Is the food even that good?
No. Baby, it's
He ain't got
location.
marketing.
He ain't got a
He
market.
ain't marketing.
If you in the right spot, you ain't got to send out a flyer or
Black folks
tweet or
here.
nothing.
I'm be downtown.
Oh, I've been the
And that's
truth.
what we think too.
I've been
I
the
still
truth.
didn't answer my question about the food.
I haven't had the food. I heard mixed reviews on it. I'm gonna go look and taste. Y'all know I do that, and I'm a
My opinion, it's not aesthetically pleasing. I mean,
I haven't had it.
for what I heard. The prices, but I'm not knocking his business and anything like that.
Right.
Do it.
But right now, you have to understand us as, and I'm gonna say it, and this is the reason why I won't open a restaurant in Fort Worth. We're trenders.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's correct.
So
Because me and him had this conversation.
my club,
As
Trender.
many people as I know, when I was doing the brunch on top of Boiler, you mean none of y'all
None of y'all showed up.
None of
nobody.
y'all showed up. But then y'all call me and say, hey, when your next event? Why? I'm not inviting you. For what? You don't come. It's like, how you want me to do something for you, but I don't even know if y'all coming. But we supposed to support each other.
Right.
So, but if you have something, if I show up for you, then tell me why you can't show up for me.
I got something going on in Austin, man. I want you to DJ
Let's
for
go.
free
Let's go.
in Austin
I got you.
for free.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
my
tell you.
bad, my bad. I'm gonna pay you the number.
Let me tell you how I think about that though. When I do a free party, when I walk in the room, he can, Charles can say yeah and nay. When I walk in the room, my goal is to hand out 6 business cards. You paid me, you just didn't pay me.
Everything I do is about marketing.
Trust me.
Right.
So if
Trust me.
I
That's the truth right
if I tell Greg, you know what, you ain't gotta worry about. I'm gonna use you as marketing, and I'll tell my customers that this is what I'm gonna charge you, but whatever I was supposed to make, that's my marketing. All I need you to do is make sure your guest list
Indeed.
Yes,
represents
indeed.
what I was gonna charge you.
Yes.
Because if I get two $3,500 deals out of this,
$10,000.
So bring some prestige up in here.
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and it's the
Y'all need to go and go to
same
church.
thing what G said. When if I do something, I'm just donating my time. I'm having a card on everybody's
See.
out there
Have to
because
know how to market.
you never know what come out of that.
This is my thing. This is why, and speaking of that, good segue. This is why we're having the Ugly Sweater Party. We want you to be a part of the radio station. This is Malik's, what I want to say, his
Vision.
is, our goal is to motivate and move the masses with music. And I understand it. So when people ask, well, why do you do music on your podcast? Because this is a part of what we do. That is our culture. Whether you want to say it or not, food is our culture. Music is our culture.
Fashion is our
A
culture.
whole lot of things that we do is our culture. So we got to keep the culture moving forward. So please understand, I have no hatred to that brother. What he did on that corner, which is right around the corner from us, is a marvelous job. That is a beautiful
I heard it was
spot.
nice.
And they have a line at the door. I
But
mean,
he said he put money into that.
It's
I
reservation
agree.
only.
He put money into that. I'm just saying, sometimes you can have a passing wrong, but if I walk in the customer service ain't
But if I walk in and you got on tennis shoes and a jumpsuit, see, you can't have reservations and you can't have a $30 or $40 plate and a $20 drink and you sitting over
And
there.
for a dress code. Dress the part.
Put a dress code.
It'll
If you
turn
put a
troops
dress
into
code,
Beamers.
well, not in that.
Remember?
If you
put
Eddie V's, Piranha, all that stuff downtown in Fort Worth, you gotta wear a sports coat after a certain time.
and
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 it
if you
makes
do
you
that-
think about what you gonna put on. If I know I'm going to a
Right.
certain place, I know this. Oh, let me go and pass
But you
it
gonna
in the
weed,
closet.
Tiffany, but you gonna
Absolutely.
weed out those throw that ass
Right.
and circle folks.
Absolutely.
Cause they not gonna
Period.
wanna, can't tell me what I wanna wear. You know, I'm not gonna wear that. It weeds
but then
those
you can't
people
don't need to
out.
come in my house then.
Go Big
That's
T get
okay.
that
But
gold
you don't
white
have those
t-shirt.
rules set up. You can have the most prettiest house in the world. I can have all white, but if I let my kids walk in there with grape juice and chocolate milk and blah blah blah, and I don't set rules, what's the point?
Right.
Your wife
Just to
is
say I
total.
have it?
Right.
Set some rules, bro.
So understand, brother, there's no hatred. Trust me. We
None.
love what you're doing. I applaud you. I got a chance to be in there. I thank you for the opportunity. I hope business continue to thrive.
Yes. In name of Jesus.
I know I won't call any names, but I do hope your business thrives. I just want you to take a step back and just look at some things for yourself. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Sometimes we gotta take ourselves out the picture to look at the bigger picture. And get up. But we're gonna get out of here, man. I know we way over time. Before we get out of here, we gotta have a last word. Miss Bree?
Oh man, I'm just glad to be here today. I missed y'all on Wednesday. I was at home. I was like, I miss my family. I mean, I was with my family, but I missed my radio family. So I'm glad to be here with y'all. Love y'all, and love our listeners and all the support and everything. We're growing, and I'm ready.
KC?
I just want to say hello to everybody. Like, I'm truly blessed to be a part of something so fantastic. I do genuinely care for you guys. I love you guys. And I'm just ready to see where God is going to take us. I just want our wings to be spread so we can soar.
Irrational thinker.
Thanks everybody for watching. Beautiful show today. These ladies are marvelous. Our moderator is great. Charles, great DJ. Shout out to my family and my children, to my big head, and good night.
L Boogie.
I just want to put something on everybody's mind. I want everybody to take a step back this week, look over your life, write down some goals for yourself, some short-term goals. Let's start with short-term. And complete one of those goals in the next 30 days. And just strive to be better than you were the night before you close your eyes.
That's all God is. Caesar.
I just want to thank everybody for listening. I love you guys. I've been having so much fun doing this. This is therapy for me. It can be therapy for everybody. Everybody. Now, I don't know with the ugly sweater thing. Y'all might hear get low, But I don't know about throw that thing in a circle. It just depends on who show up and who gonna get down. But otherwise, that love y'all. Keep God first and good night.
Well, you heard it from the whole crew, man. This is how we do it. Mondays and Wednesdays right here from 9 to 10, as you see. We still got that 10 o'clock thing down. Because the conversation be so in-depth, man. We want to make sure we bring something to the table. Content and context is what I'm about. You don't matter what you look like to me, but if you have content and context, I can sit down and have a conversation with you about anything. I know how to agree to disagree, and we can actually come to an agreement on any topic as you see, whether it's marriage or is it responsibility of the ring. We want to know your comments. Leave us comments on the Facebook page. Make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube page. Check us out Wednesday. Wednesday we'll be live right back here on More Music, More Radio. I'm going to give you a teaser. Life after divorce or breakup. And in the midst of all that, we need to talk about what red flags and facades caused that breakup. We're going to get into that, man, on Wednesday. Make sure you tell a friend or tell another friend. We're doing the full 180, sharing raw, practical conversations. Maybe to start a movement in a conversation in your home. We're just giving you our perspective in a transparent way. Be on the lookout. I got a commercial coming up. You know how I do it, man. Look, I live by two mantras. Faith and fear cannot dwell in the same place. I'm going to get that right one day. And forever, as you stay on this earth before you meet our Father in heaven, always love, live, laugh. We out of here. You have a good night.
Time on how I feel and what's on my mind. Is you that I wanna be in my life, and if it's possible, you will be my wife. I'll lead you in the right direction, of course. Never play out, so there's no loss. I'll be your love daddy, just wait and see that me and you, we were meant to be. Treat you like a queen, cook and clean. Get your bubble bath free so I can rub you with Noxine. And watch how gentle I'll be when I rub your back. And after that, there's dinner and cognac. A little romance for the quiet storm. And a lot of love for the whole night long. I'm gonna crash your body and give you a kiss. And rub you down where you've been missed. Nibble on your navel and kiss your thigh. Play with your hair, cause I'm on a love. Well, I don't know, it's the way that I am. Introduce me to your mother and I'll say hello, ma'am. Well, I don't know, it's the way I was brought up. Respect my female and never get caught up in another affair. And I believe the same, and if you're trying to be slick, then the door's so open. You know, sweetheart, I told you once, and I don't feel I have to tell you anymore. It's you that I want, and it's you that I'll do for. Since we both know what we want, let's get together and fly like two birds up a feather. Cause I'ma protect me and look out for my feelings, and that's why I always try to be loyal and gentle, laying left. Observe the female and keep from my sleep camp. And if I have to break out, you don't deserve to live the good life and love the black honey.